Hello everyone, OIF Eagle here, and ladies and gentlemen, I've been tagged. Yes, my good friend PoisonStinger has tagged me with the task of making a video explaining some good and bad customer service stories, and I guess recommendations to some good companies out there, and I guess other ones to avoid. So without wasting any time, let me go ahead and, I'm going to refer to one of my previous videos about Chiappa Firearms. I call them Chiappa because that's how they answered the phone when I called their customer service. And long story short, I know it's kind of a cop-out referring to a previous video, but I still haven't heard anything from them regarding my problems. And so I'm kind of disappointed with them. I tried to give them a fair chance in that video, and they just haven't stepped up. And it's in regards to a 22 upper I purchased from them, and there were some problems with it. It was a little flimsy, plus the brass was coming out a little bit bulged, which in my experience is not supposed to happen. That usually means the round is not chambering properly. And I called them up and I spoke to different people, and one of them actually told me that that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, I think the ammunition manufacturer would argue about that, and you know what, I am too, and I just want my money back. I want to move on. Now another customer service, and I guess this would be customer service, it kind of falls under the realm of soldiers, but that would have to go to the U.S. Army Uniform Board. And the reason I say this is because this week's Army Times tells us, yes, we're getting a new uniform, this being our physical training uniform. And you know what, this is just what we need. All the problems the Army has, and they're like, well, you know what, let's go ahead and change the uniforms. For like the 12th time in the past 3 years, I'm still finally getting used to the Army combat uniform. The ACU pattern is, actually you see that in my background and my name tape right there, which was a total waste. It doesn't really work anywhere. And our guys in Afghanistan, they're already getting the multicam uniforms, and don't invest too much in the Army combat uniform pattern, the ACU pattern, because that will be getting changed rather soon as well. We're already testing new uniforms for that one. And of course they changed our dress uniform. We used to have the Army greens and the dress blues. Now we have the ASU, the Army Service Uniform, which pretty much makes you look like the fire chief. No offense to fire chiefs out there, but I'm a soldier. And, it's very addictive to change uniforms. And, once they slide down that slippery slope, they want to change every damn thing out there. And, you know what? They're trying to save us money by saying, yeah, here's one uniform instead of two. Well, you know what? All that money they're trying to save us is getting pretty expensive. And yes, they do give us a uniform allowance, but every soldier always spends a little bit more. Plus, you know what, once I get this new Army physical training uniform, what am I going to do with the other 30 ones I've already paid for? Yes, I buy that many because you know what, you do PT every day, and the laundry, you don't do that every day. So yes, I have a lot of extra uniforms which are now worthless. Anyway, enough about the bad news. Let's get to the good news. That would have to be TAURUS. You're looking at my TAURUS PT92 9mm. It looks very similar to the Beretta, and as you can see, here's the Beretta M9 right next to it. This was actually the very first pistol I purchased. I think I was a private in the Army when I got that one, and I wanted something to train with, and the gun shop actually did not have the Beretta. And I saw this one, and it appealed to me, and I never had any problems with it. It lasted me a number of years, and finally in, I think it was 2010, I had a problem with the locking block. Now the locking block, if you know anything about the Beretta, it's something on that pretty much is notorious for breaking. And it finally happened to my TAURUS. They're very similar models. They have a history. I'm not going to get into it here, but it's actually pretty interesting. And a lot of the parts are similar. Well, when that broke, TAURUS has a lifetime warranty on their firearms. So all I had to do was pack it up, ship it off to their factory, They fixed it free of charge and shipped it right back, and I got a brand new locking block in there and no complaints whatsoever. Now I own two other TAURUS pistols, a PT-22 and a PT-1911. 1911, never had a problem with it. It's still pretty new. The PT-22, I actually had a broken firing pin on that, and sure enough, I shipped it back. They repaired it and sent it right back to me. So no complaints and lots of praise for TAURUS. A lot of people like to consider it a Beretta knockoff, but you know what? They are very nice pistols. Now, the only problem I have, and that's not really, I wouldn't even call it a problem, is the magazines for the PT-92 and the M9 are not interchangeable. As you can see, the bolt catch on these, or the where the bolt catch locks in, is a little different. Now, I guess you could take a Dremel and fix it, but it'd be great if they were actually interchangeable. Again, that's going with the history between Beretta and TAURUS. And let's see, a couple other good customer service stories out there. I want to give a shout out to a local company here in North Carolina near Fort Bragg, and that's Shooter Supply. Now, if you're in the area, I urge you to check them out. They're right off of Bragg Boulevard. They've always done me right. They've got very reasonable prices there. But whenever I order a firearm online from Gunbroker, I always have it shipped through them, and they always treat me very well. If I have any questions, they're quick to answer them for me. And in addition, they've actually helped me out. I've had some problems with some firearms, and their gunsmith there has always been very generous with his knowledge, and you know, a lot of times he's helped me out and just, you know, winked and said, there you go, buddy. So they treat soldiers very well. A lot of the military goes there, and you know what, they deserve all the business they get. In addition, Lowe's, I really like Lowe's. They've got a military discount. There's a Lowe's right outside of Fort Bragg. They worship the military. When we come in there, they always treat us very well, and you know, they treat you like family. And you know, I can't say enough good things about Lowe's. When I redid my upstairs, we have a bathroom there. I bought one of their sinks there, and the finish cracked on it. They swapped it out. I didn't have my receipt. They were cool with it. I got that taken care of. And anyway, let me go ahead and tag someone else real quick before I run out of power on this camera here. And that's my good buddy Vital Gear 775. Now, dude, you're getting lazy. Put out another video. So you've been tagged. I want to hear from you some good customer service stories. I know you have them. You cannot hide, dude. I know you too well. So go ahead and make another video. You've been tagged. And you know what? There's a couple other people I want to tag, but I'm not going to be able to do that right now. I'll go ahead and put that in the comments. And anyway, here you go, PoisonStinger. Here's your response. And I want to give a quick apology for my throat. I'm getting over a cold, and but you know what? I wanted to get this thing out promptly. All right. Okay, so you get a chance, subscribe, check out PoisonStinger and Vital Gear 775. And if you live in North Carolina, in the Fayetteville area, check out Shooter Supply as well. And I am not compensated for that shout out. Alright guys, thanks a lot. OAF Eagle, out.